God created us as a human being. He knows the every moment of our life what is happening. He is watching us throughout our life at every minute, each second. Without knowing Him, nothing going to happen. Often we forgetting this truth, and we are living in the life of human being created path. What the society teaches to the every individual is to earn by yourself, using your knowledge. You have to live your life, otherwise you can't live. You need food, so you have to earn. For your needs, you have to earn. This is what the society means, the people who we believe we are taking as a God word from them. But really the God says that I am creating your needs. The origin from where it is created, if you think, definitely we can understand that is from the God. This is what the God says, and we are not discussing because we are not thinking about the God, and just we are trying to live very easier life, which is not to be tested, and which is very easily what the human beings are living by now, by earning money. That is sufficient for us. This is what our mind. I am not ready to think. I am not at all going to think about the good sense, the good path of every individual, what the God has given. I am not at all bothering about that. Some of the people thinking very little. So for them the God is allowing from His blessing the peace. There they are living with a comfort. So when we are trying to live with a material form, that is our life. The material is only to use, not to believe. This is our mind. This how should be our mind is. Because my body is a material, I am using the food. That is my need. That is also material. Water also material, but I am not believing that. I am believing who created that food for me, who allowed, who digesting, making the food to digest in my body, and throughout my internal organs it's not affecting. I am now being obedient and grateful to the God who created this path, who protected us, and we are in the safer zone. The food what the human beings are created, they say they are creating the farmers. Definitely they use the fertilizer, chemicals, poisonous ingredients to boost up the harvesting, but that poison should not affect us, our internal organ. It should not affect our health. There the God is protecting us. A one man cannot create food for every human being. A single government cannot create food for the entire world. So the God is created creating the food at every places for every human being for their needs, according to the needs then and there. So the needs starts from the food, but we are following the money and the money minded, which kills and making our thinking ability as a unthinkable one. So just think about the money and you live your life. This is the opinion and this is the judgment of the people. But the God's judgment is, you are created by me and you will be living only by permission. If not, you are following this method. You have to live with suffering. Otherwise, I will leave you for you as it is. You can do whatever you do. In the last minute, definitely everyone will die. At that moment, you will come to know who the God is. There you will not get the help or support or protection. So far I am not believed. In the final moment, I will not get any protection from my God. So who think and realize? If I am unrealized, it's not a big matter, but if I am realized and also I am not getting it and I am not thinking it, I am rejecting the truth by knowingly, that is a sin and the God's punishment is ready for you. The unknown mistakes which I am doing daily, whatever it may be, the God is not going to punish us, but the only mistake, I know this is a mistake and also I am doing that, there you will be caught by the God. So from hereafter, my mind should turn towards the God, at least from now, or I will be falling into trouble, definitely, which I earn. For that, I will get the reward from the God. Who do good, for them there is a good life. The good life is with peaceful and the comfort in the mind, a honest life, a decent life, which is from the God. The money is not a factor which measuring you whether you are good or bad, but the character, the mind, how I am handling the money, how I am spending it, whether I am spending for good or I am spending for my wrong things, which is not allowed for me. Most of the people earning money and spending for the fantasy, entertainment and their alcoholic consumption and most of the things. So they are thinking it's an enjoyment. So as a human being, till we are living, we should consume it, a jolliest life. They are thinking like that. So God is speaking to you now. You are mocking at me. Definitely I will mock you back. You know nothing and I know everything. This is the word of the God. How far I am enjoying, how far I am misleading my mind by knowingly I am doing my wrong things. For this the God is catching you. It's not too far also, it's very nearer, but it may come at any time. So we are thinking the God may catch us after some years. Not like that. From the next moment, whatever it may happen, we don't know. We don't know anything that what is going to happen in the future. The future is the next minute, starts from the next moment, the next breath. We can feel only by mind the essence of the God and not by the eyes. My ears cannot hear the sound of the God. My eyes cannot see Him because the God is unseen. The God is in the unseen form, which is not visible. Not visible to anybody in this earth. So, making imagination by our own, just we are forming a character to the God. This is how the God will be. This is not the truth. In every religion, they are forming the God in some shapes, a set of rules, and they are having some guidelines to follow. Every group has these guidelines, but if you think for one God, how can be many groups? Here we get the answer. There is only one God or other, so many gods, which is correct. Only one God. So for only one power, the one supreme power, we have only one set of guidelines, that is follow Him by the mind level, not by the physical prayer. The physical prayer is I am stretching my hands, I am bowing, I am kneel down, and these all are signs of physical prayer. This is not accepted by the God. The most powerful prayer for the human being is in the mind. So the prayer is which I kept in my mind and also not shared to anyone, even to your parents, to your children, to your husband, to your friends, families, the husband or wife, whoever it may be, not sharing my prayer to anyone except God, because the prayer is suitable only to the God. For towards Him only we are praying, and we are not taking humans as the God. If we share our prayers outside except God to anyone, this is what my prayer, definitely the God is watching now. So not revealing my prayer by mouth to anyone. This is my pledge from today. Every prayer is only towards God. From that prayer, what He wishes, He will allow, and He will give you from His mercy, from what He accepted from you, and He will protect you and guide you and make you to live. The help is not based on material. Now you must understand one thing. The mind is unseen, the God is unseen, and the prayer is also unseen, but you are searching for the material world. And when you are turning to the God having power over everything in this world, so He can also control the material. The both unseen and the seen things, everything is controlled by the God. Now the God is know your situation, your atmosphere always, how you are suffering, and He will guide you step by step. This is the divine living. Divine living is for the patients who are living with haribari. For them, this God guidance is you should be patient. I am emerging the things to happen very quickly, but God says be patient. Why I am emerging? Because I want to happen today itself, everything. Then what about tomorrow? Who knows about your future? In whose hands the future is? Then why you are emerging today? Today I am suffering because of my past sins, and from now I am handing to the God every responsibility. So the responsibility what I given to Him, He will take it as His responsibility, and He will guide us. Just hand over all your efforts towards the God, which I am trying, which I am making better, more better to my life. I am adding the things which will make me more comfort, but I cannot do that. Only God can do this. So far I am trying towards the better life, but it's not happening because my knowledge will not achieve the goal, because my mind have only the knowledge of the past, but the future knowledge is with the God. So when the both meets, there is a clash in the mind. There the peace is disturbed. There we suffering a lot, and the mind is collapsed, and we get vexed, and we don't know what to do. At that moment, when we don't know what to do, we will call the God, definitely. When we call the God in the mind, that time the God is surely helping us. So when I am trying, I am forgetting the God. When I am realizing that I have no ability, I am turning to the God. So every time you should turn to the God before you are initiating the things. Only if the God wills, the things can happen. All your expectation you should keep towards the God. Your plans You may be planning one thing, but it won't happen exactly. But the God, what He thinks, it will happen. There are so many proof and signs from the God has given to us. We have seen lot of the things, but we are still need some understanding. So the lack of understanding and forgetting the God, everything which makes us to getting into trouble. So now the point is, when we are in trouble, that it is not as a punishment, it is a test. And from that point, when you are thinking that I am getting into trouble, immediately we have to think God. At that point, you can realize the peace leading the mind, and the things follows by that. Everything connected with the mind. Without connectivity to the mind, which is not apt to the mind, which is not relative to the mind, that is not your life. The things which is connected to the mind is the only life. So don't go with overthinking which is not your life, and things which are not related to you. So how do I understand which is related to me and which is not related to me? Which and all which give the things which give you peace, a calmness, a satisfaction to the mind, which is honest and which is justice to your life. That is only things which is related to you, which is God allowed. And the things which are all troubling, which will make you to do more sins, that are not allowed to you. And this will come to you understand when you are following the God step by step. Everything will not happen at single moment. The belief is believing the God inch by inch, prayer by prayer. So there is no time limit for the prayer, and there is no particular limit to pray to the God. The limit is within your mind, within your unseen part, through the feel, how far you pray, that is allowed to you. When you are taking the material as a God, there the difficulties to your mind and also to the body begins. Let we all surrender to Him, and we all need more awareness and more guide from the God to pray towards Him. The God should give us the guide. He is the guide who should give us more revelations through the soul to pray towards Him. He speaks through the soul. Now, how we are accepting this truth, we are listening this, and we are saying yes, this is all true, because of we are all connected by soul. The soul is created by the truth, but the mind corrupted by the knowledge. This is how we are living. So the God is sufficient for our entire life. No need of help from the human being, no need of any needs. We are not going to seek things from any of the individual humans, and the God knows everything about us, and He only can protect us, guide us, and make us to live. The God is sufficient for our life. Clarification classes will be continued if the God wills.